course, you can have a bikini wax only. You don't have to have a Brazilian or Hollywood. Now, for those that don't know the difference, this here, now this is your belly button, and this is your thighs here, and this is your big knickers. Now, if you've got big knickers on and you just want a basic bikini, we're just going to remove anything that comes out on show around the edges here out of your knickers. Now, if you didn't want a basic bikini, your next option is a high leg bikini, or what some people know as an extended bikini. And let's just say this is your belly button, these are your thighs, and here is your thong. This is a little bit more knitting, so you're going to see this area here. So not only are you now just going to remove the basic area here, which you just done previously, you're now going to remove a little bit extra that runs along here and here. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Natalie, you'll be fine whatever you choose. These ones, you have your stuff on, but if you want a Brazilian or a Hollywood, you remove any of your stuff at the bottom, and you are going to have, if you're having a Brazilian, a landing strip or a section of hair, whether that be more triangle, more rectangle, here on the front pubic mound. If you're having a Hollywood, you're having all of it removed. Hope that makes sense. Fingers crossed that clarifies for anybody that is concerned or not knowing what they're going for. If you're not sure, speak to the person that you've booked in. They should be able to explain what you're having done.
You're going to have hair in this triangle patch.
Even if I'm about to do a Hollywood, I wax so that everything is symmetrical and is looking neat in case at any point my client says that they've had enough and they don't want to do any more. So you can see I've got my wax here on step 1 and 2. I am just removing away my edges, make sure I've got my strips of hair either side removed, and then I'll do step 3 and 4, and I do these individually, not at the same time like I've got over here. Now this is going to be slightly different if you did it on somebody in real life, because you'll be able to be more accurate. You do your 3 and 4. Now, I know there's a lot of hair to a lot of people, but I promise you, it is just to remove the surface. The reason we're doing that is because we want all of this hair gone, all of this down here and here gone, so that we've got our section here to work on, which means we've got somewhere at 5 and 6 to start bringing it in slowly each time.
Other reason that I like to remove the hair from underneath and at the sides, giving this section to work on, is because it means that as I come in, I've got somewhere to finish. So it's not unbearable and I'm going slightly in the direction of the hair growth. Because you have to remember that I'm going to be picking here to lift my handle of my wax and pull against. If I'm picking and there's hair here and it hasn't been removed, that's going to hurt a lot more and it's going to cause breakage with the hair. So trying to use your imagination, you're going to have hair in this triangle patch up here. And if you wanted to create a landing strip, you then start bringing, after you remove 5 and 6, you start bringing your wax strips straight down to create that landing strip. If you want to get rid of all of the hair and you're going to create a Hollywood, then you're going to start breaking down that landing strip and removing it off, making sure you're just working on the pubic mound here in a smaller section than trying to create anything that you're removing from the bottom all the way up the top.
Your first 2 steps here are going to be on the outside of the bikini line. We're going to remove any hair that grows on the outer edge of the bikini line. We're removing that first. That's your step 1. And then your step 2 is on the other side. We can mirror image these applications because then it means it will speed up our wax. So we're going to have this one applied. As that's set in, you apply the other side. So once we're ready, we want to get our handles up. And once we have our handles picked up, stretch the skin. We're going to do parallel pulls along the edge of the bikini line. Don't worry about any hair that could be on the leg further down. We can clean that up later on because it is very normal to have pubic hair that goes down the thigh. Hand placement, move on to the next step. Our next step is to remove anything that's on the labia, the outer part of the labia, the lip. We're going to run a bit of wax down one side of the labia. I'm not going any higher than the pubic mound here where it starts, because this top part of the pubic mound we're going to do later on. This bit here is more sensitive, so we want to make sure it's in a smaller section for us to be able to take that away without it causing any discomfort to our client. We don't mirror image because we don't want to get matted to the other side. Once it's nice and set, we want to get either our client to stretch at the top here if they need a bit more comfort, or you're going to stretch right underneath here, almost like you're pushing the buttock into the actual bed or couch, wherever you're working, because we want this whole labia side here to be completely fully stretched so it's supported when we go to pull. We're going to get our handle. Once we've got our grip of our handle, we're going to do a quick parallel pull, and it's going to be one quick pull. Straight after, we're going to put our hand placement. Straight off, hand placement.